What's up, everybody? This is Danelle here at Networkchain. Hope this finds you doing well. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. There's definitely some big news that's happened over the past week. Starting off with Bitcoin currently trading at $96,340. It's basically flat over the past week. You can see Ethereum, we'll talk about that in a moment, is actually up 6% over the past 7 days. It's currently trading at around $2,800. XRP is at $2.57. It's actually down 5.69% over the past 7 days. Solana trading under 170 at 168. It's down 10%. Dogecoin down 8.7%, trading just under a quarter. You have a Cardano at the number 9 slot, and Tron and Chainlink rounding out the top 11 there with the cryptocurrency market. So if we look at the Bitcoin chart, it's pretty much still doing the same old thing that it's been doing basically for the last several months, since towards the end of November when it had that nice pump up above 100,000. We see that it's basically kind of trading in that same range between 90 and 100,000. It hasn't broken this key level, which is around 91, 92,000. So as long as we kind of stay above that psychological level, we shall continue either to see choppiness or at some point the next leg up. So you can see here we had this same type of choppiness for most of last year in 2024. And then we finally had this breakout in November. So let's see what happens over the next couple of months, over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, anything can happen. It can go left, right, up, down, really depending on what's going on in the market. So you definitely want to make sure that you stay tuned to what's going on in the markets. Obviously, we try to help as much as we can by providing information for you nearly every day on X as well as IG, and then of course here on our weekly YouTube videos. And there was some major news that came out of the crypto market over this past week. On the 21st of February, Bybit, which is the second largest exchange, crypto exchange with the largest trading volume, had a $1.4 billion hack. It seems to have been a concerted effort by a group of hackers, and they were able to steal approximately $1.4 billion worth of Ethereum blockchain-based tokens, and staked Ethereum. So there's still ongoing efforts to find out exactly how to potentially get that Ethereum back. It doesn't look like that's possible, but what happened definitely caused some people to start to what they call a bank run in Bybit. And as you can see here, if we look at this article here on CoinDesk, they saw about $4 billion of withdrawals from the exchange. So from my understanding, the exchange had over $10 billion worth of assets, maybe even more than that. I am not very familiar with Bybit. I've never used this crypto exchange, but once the hack was reported on the 21st, they saw tons of withdrawals that they needed to process. But to give the website, or I should say the crypto exchange, credit, they were able to basically refund all of, or process all of those withdrawals that were initiated. So we can see here that they experienced the hack of $1.5 billion, and then there was around $4 billion that was withdrawn from the exchange. Now, this is a little bit different than some of the other cryptocurrencies that crypto exchanges that have gone defunct. When you look at Celsius and FTX, for example, they were not able to process the withdrawals of the consumers and the customers who had assets on those exchanges. Now, they've obviously had to go through bankruptcy proceedings, and now some folks are starting to get their funds, or at least a portion of their funds back. I don't think anybody's going to be able to get 100% of their funds back, but some of those customers have been able to get some of those funds back, but it's taken years now for them to get some of those monies back for those creditors. But in this particular instance, because of this hack, Bybit had to take out a loan, but they have made sure to make their customers whole, and those who wanted to have their funds withdrawn from the crypto exchange, they were able to do so. So you can see that the major cryptocurrency exchange had seen total outflows of over $5.5 billion after it suffered that $1.5 billion hack. And they believe it's from a North Korean group called the Lazarus Group, and they drained their Ether cold wallet. A lot of this is way over my head in terms of how they were able to do it, but they had security involving a multi-sig wallet, which basically means it takes multiple signatures from different devices for a transaction to go through. But somehow the security breach, the hackers were able to somehow showcase that the funds were going to the correct address that it was supposed to go to, but it actually ended up going to another address. And so they're now have been splitting the funds which were stolen into multiple different wallets, and so it can still be seen, which is one great thing about the blockchain technology, is that you can track and see every transaction that is happening on the blockchain. The more sophisticated blockchain analysts would be able to track to see what's going on with those wallets. Ben Zhu, who is the CEO at Bybit, he said that they were able to have reserves to cover those withdrawals, but as the crisis deepened in response to the incident, Safe, which is I guess the wallet that they used to keep a lot of their funds, temporarily shut down in an effort to ensure absolute confidence in their platform's security. So it is a decentralized custody protocol providing smart contract wallets for digital asset management. And so you can see that some exchanges integrated Safe and allowing users to maintain custody of their funds on the exchange. So there could be an issue on the Safe side. They're still trying to investigate and figure out exactly how this hack happened and how this occurred, particularly when you're holding that much of customers' assets. Obviously, people would be very concerned. That's another reason why a lot of Bitcoiners in particular are really keyed in on self-custody, but obviously there are some risks that come with that as well, because if you happen to lose your keys or fall victim to any type of scam and not knowing what you're signing when you're moving cryptocurrency from one wallet to another, and if you're not aware and making sure that you're staying up to date with different security protocols, then your assets could also be at risk. So people try to find ways to secure their assets, maybe on an exchange that they believe to be secure, but a lot of these cryptocurrency exchanges are not FDIC insured, which we have here in the United States, which basically insures the funds, for example, that you can have holding in a bank. It insures it up to a certain amount. So a lot of these crypto exchanges take out insurance plans because they are not federally insured right now, because they're still awaiting some type of federal regulation when it comes to cryptocurrencies. That's still probably a way off, because the government can take a long time. There's a lot of red tape that you have to go through for these type of things to happen. So it obviously remains to be seen what's going to happen with the overall cryptocurrency market, but obviously security is of the utmost importance. And so hopefully in due time, we'll find more options for people like me and you in terms of being able to make sure that we have our assets secure. Just like when you're holding, stocks and bonds and things of that nature, you want to make sure be able to know that your assets are going to be safe. So Bybit, they actually came out with an update recently, a day after the breach actually, and they said that they have full restoration of services, and they kind of give an update on the recovery progress. And you can see here that they processed the highest number of withdrawals ever in their history, and you can see that they processed over 350,000 withdrawal requests within the first 10 hours of the incident, and they completed 99.9% by later on that night. And as of now, all withdrawals across all tokens are currently fully operational, and their systems are running smoothly and processing without delays. In total, they had over 580,000 withdrawal requests, and those have all been successfully completed. So at least they stepped up and made sure that they process the withdrawals of those folks who are looking to get their assets off the platform. Obviously, they're going to continue to do their investigations and move forward with the security incident. I believe it's also been reported to Interpol, which is an international regulatory authority, and I think Bybit is based in Singapore, so the Singaporean authorities are also aware of the incident, and I'm assuming they are investigating as well. But we just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on with that hack. That was the reason why Bitcoin actually dropped down a little bit earlier in the week, or I should say really last Friday, when that news came out, because Bitcoin was heading right back up towards 100,000. It was around 98, 99,000. And then the news came out and Bitcoin came right on back down towards the mid 90s. So we'll see what happens over the next several weeks. Obviously, we'll keep you posted. Thank you so much for tuning in as usual. You can reach out to us anytime, not only here on YouTube, but as well as X and on IG. We look forward to connecting and linking up with you soon on the Network Chain. Take care. Bye-bye.